And Bulldog can see him perfectly. Like, if he roars from here, they can cut through the tree line. In fact, he actually cuts through the tree line first with the axes. S4 body blocked up a little bit by Arcane. He'll still get in range for the Dragon Tail stun, but then the EMP Tornado. Sylar, he blinks away. Bulldog's completely out of mana. They're going to Phoenix grip him up, even though RTK's charged. He's going to take care of the rest of it. Arcane going to get bounced back. He's got the Tombstone to try and help him out a little bit, but it's just not enough. And a big survival there from Sylar and a failed gank attempt from Alliance.
They were trying to create some more space on the map for Loda, who is continuing to get closer and closer to that Radiance. And again, remember, this is what I said.
Go away! I was under order. So vile.
S4. He's triggered his Shadow Blade. It's about to wear off, though. He'll have to trigger Dragon Form to get in range to stun ROTK, but ROTK, he's got the movement speed on him, and S4 is going to be picked up by the Tornado. So they don't find the kill on LGD, and LGD actually gets a vision over on EGM. They understand that the charge is coming. EGM, he needs a lot more help here. And RTK, there's your Orchid. Dazzle's going to go down for the count.
The rest of the team's filtering in, but...
Oh, they jump.
I don't know if this is a fight you want to take, Alliance.
He blinks on Bulldog. They're going to reset this.
Radiant's top tower.
The Song of the Siren, the Necro units are down. Actually, he hasn't triggered the Necro units just yet. But they're looking at Sylar, but they stun on RTK. The BKB's there from S4, but the Phoenix Grip from DDC is holding S4 in position. They burn through the Tombstone. RTK trying to make more space with the charge through, but they're just getting spill damaged out by S4's Dragon. There they go with two of them down. The burn happened the entire time.
And though he does still have more net worth than the Naga Siren, the Naga Siren's able to do so much more in the fight because she's so much less afraid. That charge is going to come in there. All we've dubbed though,
wow, RTK gets stunned instantly. He doesn't get the charge finish. They can Nightmare and buy him some space. The Roar goes on top of Silence. This BKB time is being wasted. The Song of the Siren will trigger, and this actually isolates the LGD heroes. S4 triggers his own BKB. They've still got that Tombstone and so many minions on the ground. The Shadow Wave will kick through. DDC has no chance of survival. EGM will TP out solo on life, which allows LGD to actually not get any kills.
Gets to 1 HP, TP's out. S4 leading the way for his team. There's so many different things. There's two boars, the Necro minions up. Look how quickly that tower goes down, especially with that Beastmaster aura. There's almost no chance they're going to be able to hold this set of Rex. And the team fight, it just isn't there for LGD, but looks so good in the mid game. Yeah, I feel they just didn't make the most of their opportunities, and every single time Alliance gets into a team fight, they're dominating.
I'm wondering too just how crippled they were for that 3-man feed up the tier 1 tower on top lane. And already the illusions are beating into the range racks. Just trigger more and more. What's the item? So it's a Basher for Sylar being picked up now. So he gets some level of control, but the buybacks, if you look for them, there's none for LGD. They load us all over on S4, so there's no way for DDC to engage on him. He wants to Nightmare, he wants to Enfeeble, what? It's all just going to get reflected. He definitely can't Fiend Script.
You have both available, but you can't just give up 2 sets of racks against a lineup like this.
Yeah, how do you stop it? You're being forced back to base by Naga Illusions. Maybe he's TPing up to the tier 3 tower as still half of his life, and they've lost him in racks.
Yeah, it's going down right now. And from behind, RTK is going to charge multiple heroes. This might be their only opportunity to fight.
They just Song of the Siren. Maybe didn't get his BKB off, so it's Sylar and only Sylar who is up for LGD. They can move into ROTK, but this game is over. The GG is called as Carlay will connect on us too. That is all basically 5 heroes. The Bane's the only one that survives, but this is a game where Alliance, their timing, their attacks, that was so perfect for them.
Yeah, they just had so much point for them in that type of lineup. They worked it really well. They found the individual plays that they needed. They found the pickoffs, and most importantly, they just created so much space. LGD was maybe a little bit too over-aggressive on that dive at EGM at top, but still really well played by Alliance.
Yeah, they get to take the victory. At this point, we're currently...
This might just prompt them to start pushing down towers because I think LGD isn't very interested in fighting into that bristleback anyways, and they're going to see MMY here. Do they have the damage to kill him? S4 is going to blink forward, but I don't think this is a situation he wants to continue to press.
After DDC arrived, they didn't really have a chance anyway because he'll just end up shallow grading.
Radiant structures
Yeah, the
are
Shadow Fiend has a
fortified.
Shadow Blade though.
RTK's too
Radiant's
close.
middle
could
The
open
Hawk
up
can see
things.
him perfectly. You go for the Fissure over on Bulldog, but now Fissure stolen by EGM and actually hits MMY as well as RTK. Look at the follow-up stuns plus the Dream Call from S4, joining himself away to safety. The Crimson Guard actually stopping most of the damage from LGD. They've lost 2, they've lost 3. The Echo Sun will be a parting gift and maybe winding up the oldie. Bulldog should pop from that one. He'll trigger nothing. He actually just goes down, but maybe reveals his own position. S4's trying to get over there as quick as he can, but okay, they'll let him go. And with the stacks up, like he's doing over 300 damage a hit. Like bringing down these buildings is really not that much of a problem for him. The creep waves will never stay alive because of it. You got mass balls on the front lines. You go for another weep, but in comes S4. That dazzle. Wow, never even saw his death. S4 just way too quick for it. And now that mid-tier 3 tower is gone. Fortification is up for LGD, but it only delays the inevitable as Nasal Crew also keeps stacking up. Loaded, they're going to force staff him back. Nether Strike, because he went for it, it pushed MMY so far out of the base. Loaded doesn't really care about dying because he's still got that Aegis to the Immortal.
Yeah, the weave is about to end. He is going to go down the first time, but
If they
killing
commit
him
for
the
this,
second is such a task.
there's a Blink Roar available. There's your Echo Slam. Bulldog waits for it. S4 jumps in. They go for the Omni Slash with the Roars on the SF. That's the big one to bring down, and maybe will pop. No buyback for him, and Zyla too far outside the base. EGM force-staffing himself up a little bit further away. They blinding light him into EGM, but oh well. They still find the kill over on the Jugger. EGM will stay alive, and RTK will drop. They take the gems, they take the hope of LGD, and they'll take the mid-racks. Well, actually, no, they're backing out. They don't have enough life.
He's going to buy back.
You can't control S4. So you Fissure block out, EGM, damn, that range steal is good. And he actually steals Healing Ward. So it's not as though Alliance had enough survivability as it is. And now they should jump in, maybe with the Dagon. He triggers the BKB. He's still taking so much damage, he had 4 Quill Spray stacks. And has to back up.
They have Glyph available, but this tower's going down rapidly. With the biggest thing is that maybe he goes back right now. You notice that he just like barely heals and then he comes back, relies on it because he has to be up front here. But
yeah, S4 jumps in, gets rid of that Healing Ward. So
what are you gonna do, LGD? You're just gonna lose your Rex at this base.
Yeah, RTK's got to go, but Bulldog, like you watch this ball, it's not letting RTK have his Blink Dagger off cooldown. Spirit Breaker just gets munched by Loader. And now EGM's ready to go again. Steals the Fidge, gets a double stun. This game is over. You can Requiem like this and you might kill off the puck. The Omni Slash as well being expended, but what's left when EGM with the Aghanim's Requiem Soul? That's the first one of those we get to see. EGM, that heal from Arcade. It keeps him alive. There goes your death Requiem out from EGM. And maybe not over completely. They only brought down the range racks and Alliance ended up getting in way too deep. RTK wants to keep fighting. Loda needs to babysit Arcade out of here.
Maybe he's getting pretty low, but well, I don't think Loda goes down here. He's just going to turn his back to them. Not afraid at all. He's got mana again. He just doesn't want to commit because of DDC, but now he turns forward. He's going to go down, but they still lose the range racks. The mid-racks creeps are going to beat in. LGD managed to hold, but the next Roshan, they are losing racks guaranteed.
But you also buy back like this and you understand Alliance can be pulling out of the pit. Oh, maybe they won't.
I think they'll just let Loda do it solo.
S4's poking and prodding. Arcade can just keep the Illumina spam going too. Like with Blinding Light, LGD getting into the pit and stopping this is difficult. They send the dominant creep in, and well, Bristleback, he's already got the...
there's a cheese?
Oh yeah, they get Salamesh to pick it up. The Illumina will still fly over, and what do we got? It's a Dream Call over on RTK and DDC. They're controlling the backlines. S4 copping a hell of a lot of damage before he gets drawn away. But MMY being picked up as the first casualty of this fight. Maybe still wants to try and fight that Requiem of Souls. Does he let it go? He keeps getting bashed up by Loda. The Fidge stun. Loda's in trouble, and the Aegis Immortal will burn here. Bulldog, he's already lit up everything he's got too, being trapped in here, but S4 sitting on the back lines, he jumps in, there's your Requiem of Souls. The phase shift protected S4 all that fight, and the Lions get a full wipe against LGD. The cheese didn't get burned, but still, there's not a single buyback available for LGD. This game too looks like it's in the bag.
I think this is over now. They have buybacks up, but they don't have the gold for it, unfortunately for them. And again, maybe he doesn't have that butterfly completed because of that courier snipe. On top of that, they just got outmaneuvered in that team fight. S4 could have gone down there, but the Earthshaker wasn't willing to commit. And the bristleback, way too tanky. And with that, they probably just go for the throne now. They know that LGD have lost. LGD are probably just talking things over. That's most likely the main reason why they haven't GG. Just use this time period. Go for the aggression here with the Lion and the DK, the double blink dagger. The mid tower is going to be the most obvious goal. But if Ake can get a really nice tombstone off, and maybe a sleep, they've got the high ground vision.
EGM, they got no idea. They're going to let the cooldown go. Admiral Bulldog should be able to survive through this. He's moving in position for a good crush. S4's got Dream Call available too. And maybe they can get, crush, silence, coil, 3 euros caught. Loader comes in with a double concoction stun. Silas still needs to get a little bit more damage out with a follow-up.
Where's the damage from Alliance?
There. Now, finally, LGD pump out their damage. Loader's running himself away. And ROTK still in the middle of this fight. S4, he's got the one charge. He's got the Fairy Fire to also consume, but he will not do so. Concoction stun just is not doing enough. The damage, you're right, it just wasn't there from the cause. Maybe goes for more, but with that shadow wave damage, Alliance just loses.
Is Bulldog dead too? This was his buyback.
It could be. DDC as well as MMY, there's no real mana to speak of. MMY is hoping for a bit of a drain. He's able to do it over on Bulldog. And maybe with his follow-up stun, yep. It's a dieback from Bulldog. It's 8-1 now for LGD. How do they get that later on? Like, what do you look for? Okay, yeah, you can look for a kill in MMY. That's one of the nice way to do it. But the call down supports arrive. Remember, you've got to finish Roshan. You can't do fight as well as Roshan. Naga Siren, well, there's at least a couple of illusions to soak up some damage, but Sar's going to finish the job. They're still doing Roshan. The Tombstone's down, so MMY runs in, but okay. Silent MMY, how much have you got here? Can they walk in and take Roshan themselves?
I think they
doesn't want to let this happen.
It's already amped up for them too. It's quite low. The Tombstone is about to die. Loda's gonna miss out on the stun. Good silence from ROTK. The zombies are keeping them at bay, but the Tombstone is about to finish. Once that's down, there's not a whole lot that they can do, but Alliance, they can't afford to give up this road.
That's why they're trying to fight and buy time. Naga Siren's coming up in 1 second, but then again, what's he really going to do? S4's got the Dream Call, but Loda's dead.
Be a really sick move, but they don't want to waste this smoke.
They have
They've still got a few more seconds on it.
Blink Crush, they're going to go on RTK, maybe jumps in as well with that BKB Dragon. It's a big triple stun from the Lion, and the jump backwards from S4 is the only thing that will save his life. Sylara may be burning their BKBs. RTK is very low. But with this now, Alliance want to disengage. EGM throws the ulti out, but this is the worst thing for them because it's the escape mechanism. It's the way you could actually cancel the Roshan attempt from LGD, but the puck dies as well with a pick-off from MMY. They can just go for the mid. Who cares about Roshan, especially when you also get this follow-up stun of the EGM. Does he have enough life to escape? No, he does not. You're in a world of hurt here, Alliance. In fact, it may even be, well, it's definitely going to be the mid-racks. But with no tier 2 towers on the side lanes, it could be more.
The Roshan is now a possibility too with the Song of the Siren down. EGM still doesn't quite have that Radiance that he was shooting for in the first place. That fight was just a disaster from start to finish. The amount of farm that LGD have is a little bit too great. Bulldog is a little bit too far behind. MMY is going to follow things up, but doesn't care too much about what's going on, as they're just going to hit racks.
Yeah. This is just a wave of LGD which cannot be repelled by the Alliance. Siler's ready to attack again. Just turn on the BKB in 1 second time. And here comes the TPs, and there it is. Call down as well as Flat Cannon can both turn on, and you're going to lose Admiral Bulldog. RK tying so quickly. You might jump outside with EGM looking for an opening, but S4, again, this Hex, this control is just too good from MMY. It's even got stuns to return. S4 and EGM jump forward. S4's going to get stunned up. So there's no control from him, and EGM chasing a target he just can't kill. And that is so many heroes from Alliance dead again. And GG. Alliance will admit defeat from LGD here in game number 3 and forces into a game number 4. Alliance's Dream Whitewash will not be a reality.
The biggest difference between this game and the other ones was that LGD finally had a 5-man draft that could get aggressive, and MMY blew this game open. His Blink Dagger, he had equivalent net worth to the puck almost the entire game. He made sure that S4 could never really pick himself up off the ground. Really well played by him. Definitely my star of this game.
An observable lets him see Bulldog as well as EGM walk forward, but S4 waiting for that moment, and he gets battery assaulted. Tried to go on RTK, who's now going to actually hook shot forward. He wanted to go for the cogs push back onto S4.
Oh, this cooldown!
But the cooldown's going to do some serious work with the Black Cannon from Loda. The damage is inflicted, and the Illuminate just actually tags on RTK and Sylar. They need more damage, and the Harpy is moving forward, but there's not enough damage from it. Maybe will spirit himself away to safety.
Everybody just walks away with...
Here comes your tier 2 tower down, hook shot, they call Bulldog. Sylar can make quick work of this, Blinding Light can push it back, Bulldog can't work his way out of the cogs. The cooldown actually going to hit almost all 5 heroes of LGD, but you've still lost 2 of Alliance. RTK forced after way to safety. As Sylar with his BKB up, chasing up the Bulldog. The side of Fist Searing Chains will hold Loader in position. This BKB gets delayed a long way. And in fact, LGD, with the creep wave now arriving, they get Blinding Lighted, but they can still keep this push going. Mana of Life is good for them. And they're actually looking for a side of Fist Chain, and they got one. It's S4. The 4-staff up, and now the cogs trap. S4 is going to get pushed back out. So he's away to safety back in his base.
Still have the Aegis though, and looked like S4 wanted to go for that. Almost no chance. RTK even preemptively pops the Blade Mail. Radiant structures are going to get fortified, but that'll be the... No, Sylar still has the Aegis, and now it times out. I think LGD are going to re-engage. They've got mana and HP.
They just got the Battle Fury also arrived for maybe. If Alliance don't notice this and they group up, it could be terrible for them. Sylar's still got... Okay, he doesn't have the BKB, but he's letting the Requiem of Souls go. Cancels at the last moment, as Alliance not really fully committing. And now as they're going to walk near the high ground, he can turn for the Razor Slider Fist doing the work, and RTK goes straight through them. Alliance, whereas these cogs are still on cooldown. The Battery Assault Blade Mail, they're too close to fight, and there's just Slider Fist again. Loader's going to go down. A triple kill for maybe. You can lasso and drag it back, but the VS swaps out, stuns up S4, and LGD, they have pitched their flag, and China currently own the Alliance base to a point where Alliance tap out and move to a new continent.
Yeah, GG is called. LGD, pretty dominant performance. There was like a small bright spot for Alliance where their 3 cores were actually getting a lot of farm. The Bat Rider had by far the most CS in the game, and that top maneuver was so good for them, but things just really started to fall apart once that mid engagement went so poorly for them. They weren't able to get anything.
But because he had the recipe, like calculations wise, yeah, he had enough to pick up the heart, but he didn't have the Octarine as well as buyback at that point. In fact, right now he's still short by 4 gold, but that's only 4 gold.
There's no split push going right now for Alliance. This is the best possible chance.
Wow, the toss! Sylar coming under the tier 4 towers. He's still beating in through the tower, but the damage output, he's still got the Aegis immortal. The tower's going to end up triggering that one. The 4-star or not. It actually exposes, maybe.
Alright, they've got Hex too. They've got Blink Hex on Bulldog if they want to keep fighting.
Bulldog's too far back though. He'll have to 4-star and go for S4. RTK went for a point-blank range hook shot. Now they can actually toss RTK up and kill him off with the slows. You can blade mail up all you want, but he's still down for the count.
They didn't even need the Hex.
Instantly TP'd up towards the top lane. They haven't used Hex, and they haven't used Song of the Siren.
They didn't even need the Hex to kill maybe. That is a big surprise for me. Just able to catch him, burst him down. And that's...
This could be a Rax at this point.
Yeah, they don't have the Aegis either. Like, SF has buyback. Maybe doesn't have buyback, actually. If he's dead for a full 50 seconds, if Alliance recognizes this and pushes in, this could be a full 2 sets of racks.
They could actually, they got a guaranteed one, because with Song of the Sirens, they can just beat down the buildings while LGD sleep.
No, I think they're going to get both here. Guaranteed. I don't even know how Alliance does it.
Sylar, Ice Path, the dual breath. He triggers the BKB again, walking to a 5-second duration on the BKB. Loader still forcing him the top lanes. They're doing a 4-1 split, and then S4 comes to join him. That top range Rax is ticking down pretty quickly, while the mid one, they've already taken out the melee Rax. They're going for more. They've actually done it. They've taken 2 lanes of Raxes. They haven't used any major abilities. Maybe it's up in 12 seconds time, but Alliance is going to be long gone. They can Ice Path and keep the clockwork in. RTK, do you want to? Like, Roshan's pretty low, and he does, he goes in, he kills it! He actually takes the Aegis Immortal! He'll die for the cause! The Ice Blast will catch most of them. They want to kill RTK off. The Ice Path is down, so RTK will most definitely die, but the side of Fisting Ember Spirit comes in, Emerald Bulldog, he's going to pop EGM. That Shallow Grave won't last long enough. Loader trying to actually get himself out.
S4, he's going to go for the base!
But S4, you're right, he's in the base! He's assaulting with the swings. The fortification is here, however. This will cancel the attack. With no Glyph, they're going to try it.
Yeah, he's trying not to show. He's hiding behind the rest of his team. He just has to flat out bum rush it as soon as they get into the base.
Well, they see Sylar. Do they go for him? Yep, there they go. Song of the Siren, and this is the cover fire. The Alliance cover fire. S4 can beat the racks while the rest of LGD are caught napping. And now S4 triggers the BKB. They run away. They've got the Megas. RTK will hookshot himself down. They'll catch out EGM, but Admiral Bull, you want to help here? No, just let EGM die and get the hell out of dodge. The DD is worn off. And RTK, he's hoping for some kind of pick, but S4's TP'd out. The tier 4 towers are under attack. They have to come back and defend. That's probably the reason why the courier is there, but
Sylar can't afford to die.
But he turns on the Satanic, Sign Alive still out of S4. They force off away, the Ice Blast to be completely ineffective. And now Song of the Siren. The BKB is down for Sylar, is still there for Maybe, however. But who do they want to initiate on both Maybe and RTK? Maybe gets the BKB off, turns on the S4. The Sleight of Fist not doing that much damage, but RTK burns in the Macro Pyre. MMY being isolated. They move forward towards the tier 4 towers and maybe towards the WCA victory. DDC will fall, and this is Alliance beating through the buildings. S4's actually sent back to base. And now will BT himself back forward again. The Divine Rapier is here, and this is the all-in. He bought it, but it's not on Maybe. He goes for the Sleight of Fist, the damage isn't even there. The Courier is even killed, and the Rapier is dropped on the ground. That's the game right there. There's no way to come back from this for LGD. Alliance will take out the grand final. 3 games to 2. They won the first 2. They played the hard road, but they will still get here. LGD even fortifying at the end, just to try and stall it up, but there was no hope. Alliance will take the victory. They will take the tournament. They take WCA. Man, congratulations.
Look at that reaction. Like, they're just as soon as they won, you saw that relief on their face. They're just like, we did it.